Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forwind here playing as the Manchu. We beat up China again. Yeah, we actually legitimately beat up China. And to the point that we actually forced their way down the coast a large distance to the point we actually stole their center of trade here, which is kind of amusing if you think about it. We're actually making money now due to having 73% control of the Beijing trade node, which is kind of amazing if you actually think about it. Could probably be doing a better job steering trade though, so let's see what I can do about that. There we go. Pour a little bit more money up here into Beijing. That way we can actually maybe support our army. Do that. Nope, we'd still be losing money, so not yet. We don't have any debt though at the moment, and we are slowly reining in our corruption, assuming we can actually stop, actually core these lands that we need to core. Taking a little bit longer than one would think. We also have started in on our first idea group of defensive ideas. We will continue on the defensive ideas, mainly because right now the morale will really help versus the Chinese. I was trying to look around and think of other ones. People offered some advice, but right now the benefits of defensive probably are larger than the benefits of, say, offensive. Even though it would give us really solid shock and other stuff, it wouldn't give us the strength we need. Cavalry combat ability would be nice, but again, right now we need the morale probably more, so our troops don't run. Although actually aristocratic wouldn't be that bad for the autonomy change. It's more I want the morale. I need some combat modifier other than damage of cavalry, which is, we don't have any modifiers really. We've been surviving on the fact that hitting people with cavalry as a step horde in the nomads is good. Whoops, our ruler died and his heir died. That's unfortunate. At least we have a new ruler on the throne. Small benefits of being a nomadic horde. 232, not bad. 21 years old, so let's see what we end up. Trade efficiency, nice. Okay, not perfect, but good for now. Obviously we have to core provinces before we can regain our stability. But we've got a new heir to the throne. Ooh, he's 0 years old, but with a 21-year-old, he might actually make it there. 442, that's pretty good. Can hardly wait till we can actually move outside of a nomadic horde, but in order to do that, we really do need to beat up China even further. Of course, China is currently collapsing right now, thanks to us. Aren't we genius? We've got roughly... We can take about 80 development from the Ming in a war, give or take some. The big worry is that the Ming and Korea are going to form a coalition, probably. So pretty much as soon as the treaty with the Ming is over, we have to attack again. The Orate Horde is actually now under a tributary state of the Ming, but they are rebellious, so that won't last very long. In fact, I would say probably a majority of the Chinese tributary states have started to become rebellious, which is lovely. I'm glad to see that. Plus, as time goes on, they're only going to get more and more unstable as the mandate falls. Even though the revanchism is going to keep them rebuilding for a while, it won't last forever. And in, what is it, 10 years we can attack? Sorry about that, it might have been a little bit loud there. Very rough, these wars sometimes. Tech would be nice. 80 cavalry shock, yeah, that would be huge. Oh, we'll save it. We'll save the power. We'll save power for now, and we'll head more towards military tech. Although I may have to worry about not having good horde unity. There's not much I can do on that front. We lose 4 a year, which means every 2.5 years we have to use 10. We have to use 100 military power. Oh. We'll really have a very low gain in military power right now, which is not good. Not good. We almost have to spend 2 years just to rein in 2.5 years. So we barely get a net gain in the end. Oh well, it happens. We actually can grant aid there, surprisingly. And we can actually core that province. Good, that's good. At some point we can probably move away from a nomadic horde because China will be weak enough. But in order to do that, we have to reform the government. On the other hand, if we manage to trigger turning into the Qin Chinese, we automatically change to a despotic monarchy. So, that is a possibility. In order to do that, though, we have to fight the Orate Horde, which is a problem because the Orate Horde is currently a tributary state of the Ming. I see. Oh, good. Shoot. Well, okay, that stops me from getting military tech for a while. 10% increase, I'm not going to suffer through a 10% increase on top of all the other penalties. So let's get a idea. Oh, rely on the tribes. Wonderful. Plus 20 horde unity. That is a lucky event. If we can get another, what is this, 300 some odd? 325? No, 315. We can get defensive ideas, which would be lovely. Then we could probably easily beat China even if we have nothing else going for us. Let's see, what did they get? First idea, fort defense and garrison size. Not the biggest problem. Does make it a little bit harder to take land, but it's not the end of the world. Plus, once we hit Age of Reformation, I believe that's when we get... Well, actually, no, it isn't. It might be the Third Age. We get Manchu banners. I don't know. Regardless, we're not going to get any Age of Discovery by the time it ends. I don't need to worry about that. And that gaining that horde unity, that was what? 20 horde unity? That was 200 military power. So that was actually a very large gain we got out of that. We can actually insult the Ming, can't we? Oh, because we're rivals with them. We do get +1 power per month due to being over 50 power projection. Again, another really solid one. We did lose some due to dishonoring a call of arms, first the Ming, but I prefer to win the war on my own rather than feed the Orate lands. Besides, the Orate, I don't think Orate has really lost much. Maybe they've lost 2 provinces. Not really that bad. They're losing wars against China, of all people. You know what? I need to hire advisors. That's what I've been forgetting to do. If we're going to have a mothballed army and make money, we might as well get power points out of it. I just have to remember once we start the war to get rid of my advisors. That's going to be a key point as well. Our gold mine is actually getting us money now, which is nice. Things moves on their own, tax it. Yeah. Sadly, we can't actually get some of these states I stole into the Empire just yet. We don't actually have enough of ability to make them into states. I've used all my states. Oh well. The land I have up north is at least somewhat good. At least it doesn't have nearly as much autonomy as the southern provinces do. It's a shame there's no way to reduce horde unity other than like power projection and fighting wars. Seems like you should prestige or something should affect it a little bit. Like maybe one at most for 100 prestige. That would make a little bit of sense to me. Trade. I guess we could throw down 2 trade provinces or 2 trade buildings. Oh, we'll do 3. That will steer us more trade from here, which we're pretty much steering all the trade that isn't captured by the Ming as it is. There we go, lower unrest. Getting a fair amount of trade there. We're steering it to here, which has fallen a little bit, interestingly. Huh. Whatever. We're good with that. Shame we can't get something like improved inland routes. Actually, we could, couldn't we? Something to consider. bonus siege versus forts, and just general siege ability. Within the Beijing trade node, not terribly useful though. We just get that little area. Still something to consider. Woon separatist, one province. .7. What is your real grievance with? Oh, you're not tolerated. Fortunately, I see. Don't know if there's anything I can do on that front other than suppress it with force. 13,000, yeah, I can suppress it with force. If it comes to that. As long as I keep the forces out of revolt area, should be good. If I leave them in Yangzhou, I should be good as well. Do I not have I don't have another general at the moment. Okay, fair enough. Let's get that morale of armies. Good, good. The other thing is if we get to the third idea, not only do we get more maneuver, we can also get cheaper core creation costs, which would be very useful at this point. I can hardly wait to see the actual benefits we can get out of that. Should make quite a difference in the long run. Actually having money is nice finally in this. Considering we haven't had any for a long time. Oh, also I think I must have already gotten it, but you could get the Manchurian candidate as the Ming. Yeah, I must have already gotten that achievement. Must have already formed the Qin once, but then actually didn't conquer China. Well, we'll get that achievement this time. Oh, I can actually strengthen the government at the moment. There we go. Strengthen the government also, it's kind of nice, it gives national unrest. It's just small unrest. Very small. I don't want to spend that money if I can avoid it. When do I fight Ming again? 4 years. Fine. Probably put one of you or two of these guys to outrage countries. There you go. The Ming are having revolts from Mongolian separatists. Good to see. They're down to 37,000 troops. Can raise up to 89,000. So they're not doing too well. Fine with that. Definitely fine with that. Negative mandate is really starting to hurt them. I can only imagine how bad it is on a couple of their non-tolerated cultures, like Zhuang, or however you say that. We're down to 5 mandate. Wow. Okay. We should easily stomp them in the next fight. Their shock and fire damage received is gonna be huge. Plus they're gonna have no mercenaries, and that will be key. Available mercenaries negative 100. Whatever mercenaries they have, that's it. It's doable. This is actually going to be doable. Get that stability going. Here I thought this would be super, 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 super hard, but we're actually managing to pull it off. Good. Oh, no one's actually outraged? Okay. No one's outraged by my conquest, apparently. Okay. The neighboring countries. I really like to see why I can't... I guess I'm rivals with Korea, so they're going to hate me anyway. Yeah. The Ashikaga don't trust me. What a surprise. But they seem to somehow still be holding on to the Japanese throne. Or the shogunate, technically. Lost you. This is a problem. We don't actually have an advisor there. I don't want fort defense either. I want morale or discipline. Gabe does not want to give me a morale advisor. There we go. How are you? Game was going out of its way to not let me have that guy. At least that's what it seems. Okay, we kind of wait. I'm not going to go after the Orate Horde yet. Ideally, I want to go after the Orate Horde once the Ming are pretty much collapsed. I think the next war will be take this farmland, maybe? In some ways, I kind of want to leave the Ming the farmland because I can fight easier in it. So if I'm hunting their armies, they will flee to that region rather than the hills to the south. Now, regardless, the Ming are suffering quite a few rebellions. And I am totally alright with this. In fact, the Ming might actually collapse here. To some degree. Now, they're going to survive this couple revolts. But then, next war, they're in trouble. When small states hit 32 liberty desire, you know you have a problem. Shame Bengal has been forced into a tributary status. It'd be very useful. The Ashikaga actually conquered Ryukyu. Wow. Interesting. So China was not defending its tributary states. Too bad, I would have gone after Korea. Maybe I still will, but I wish it would let me know if China was going to defend them. It says China will defend them. That's about it. I mean, unless I'm totally crazy and I'm just missing a box that says they're going to show up. But it just says subject to Ming, which will protect them. That's it. My next war against the Chinese, though, I can call in the Japanese. Whether or not they will help, entirely up to them, but it might be something. Right now, the Hakutayama are loyal. Yamana and the others are not. Well, hopefully the Ashikaga can survive here. Actually, they're about to annex Hakutayama. Interesting. Or however you say that. That could be big. That actually would be rather large because that would give the Ashikaga a good majority of Japan that they could keep up with. Okay, we're going to get the next defensive idea, get the 20% core creation cost, then we can really start taking out China. You know what? I'm not actually going to do the diplo attack. Oh, you still got the 10%? You still do. Darn. I'll take the stability, I guess. I think I'll also start developing the Renaissance. Because at this point, Indian colonialism are never going to get here. It's not like I've got anything else to do with all my Diplo points at the moment. There we go. That's a nice sight to see. Long way to go, though. Long way to go. %32 of the way there. Tribes are unhappy. The tribes are always unhappy, it seems. That's fine. They want to hold on to that land. More power to them, I guess. August. Okay, time to raise troops. Or raise maintenance. 2.73 per month. Not actually that bad. Obviously, that'll go up a bit. But then I can also do raise war taxes. So it might balance out a bit. Actually, you two should just stay together. We're going to use you as a one united army. Actually, look at what's really disgusting. The Ming capital is right next to my army. They haven't moved it. Yeah. Attack the Ming. Another mandate of heaven. Call the Ashikaga in, even if they can't do anything. How weak are the Ming? The Ming are good. Let's quickly take out their capital. Ironically, their capital just moved like one province, which is unusual. This must be their highest developed province, right? 35? Yeah. We do have to be a little bit aware that our horde unity is low. Relatively low. 100%. We have a lot of troops on our side. There's almost no way the Ashikaga are fighting rebels, so they're not going to join us for quite some time. At least they prove to be another person that will drive the Ming a little bit insane, trying to figure out if they want to actually go after them. If they could keep the Ming Navy occupied, I'd be fine. Garrison is still, unfortunately, rebuilding itself. Hoping this fort would fall faster so I could take out this army, but it's proving to take a little while. Still hasn't fallen, of course. 49% is not good enough. Or I guess 49% is actually good enough. Where are you moving? On Quinn. Okay. Quick conquest there. Or quick battle there. Yeah, they're not a threat anymore. Good. Exactly the way we want it. Not a threat. Yeah, they have no mercenaries really, so as long as we prevent them from rebuilding their manpower, this war is ours. Especially if they run away. We threaten to attack and they run away. Smart move on their part. Considering we already have, what, 13% war score and they want peace? I'd run too if I saw this army coming after you, Ming. You're pretty much just free pickings at this point. I just have to fight the war. Considering there's only so much I can take in one war. This might be a war where I do 100% war score of it all, though. See how far I can get. By the way, in case you're curious why I'm doing this, it's because ideally I want to cut off China from everyone else. I don't want any of the Southeast Asian nations coming after my China. We've got to prevent that at all costs. Wow, literally we get more discipline and more morale as if we already didn't have enough. As if we already weren't immensely superior in morale compared to China. This is the point if you're a multiplayer China player, you just give up and go home. Because there's almost no way to redeem yourself as China. Really the only way would be get some weird truce going, hopefully rein in the nomads, and rebuild your mandate, but without the mandate, these guys are totally useless. Oh, the Ashikaga have landed troops. Nice. That'll be handy. Not that I need them, but every troop helps. Especially that means they've driven off the Ming Navy. I should probably actually split my army into two separate armies now. Starting to take more attrition from, more losses from attrition than combat. I don't want to risk it though. Still, no mercenaries really for the Ming. Going to be relatively easy. I'll focus on taking out castles. I'll let the Ashikaga siege everywhere else. Hopefully they can do that. Hopefully that's not beyond their skill. Another easy victory. They have better military tech than I do, which is kind of amusing. At this point though, it makes no difference. We ironically should be getting, yeah, we actually are getting horde unity now, because we're at war. Yeah, and kind of nice if the description for horde unity kind of told you that fighting wars gives you horde unity, but the matter of fact is actually the looting of the provinces is pretty much what you do when you fight wars anyway. Okay, this one should fall reasonably soon. I think I should finish off the bottom ones. Looks like the Ashikaga have everything else under control. The only people who would care would be Korea, really. Fair enough. 208 overextension, though. Might not want to do that. Maybe I do, though. I don't know. It'd be a powerful blow to cut off China from all their tributary states. Then the only ones left are the northern tribes, and I can beat the northern tribes one-on-one easy. They're not really a threat. I also don't want to take too much of China before I get a permanent claim on all of China, but... just make sure I do get a permanent claim on China. Permanent claim on south, north, and whatever that other region is called. Good. The Ming are still a threat, so I really do need to break them a bit more. Then we go after the Orate Horde. Maybe we start the war with the Orate Horde while we're still fighting the Ming. That way we don't have that problem. Hold them, just to make them like me less. I think that might be the tactic. Just as I'm almost done fighting the Ming, I should go after the Orate Horde. Because the Ming won't defend them. Because we're in the same, because I'm already fighting them. And then I can worry about taking the one province I need to form Qin, or Qing, or whatever. And then I can progress further. I love how the Chinese have been sieging all my land up there. I don't even really notice it. Though I will notice that war exhaustion if I don't do something eventually. Bring in some war exhaustion, I guess. Yep. We don't want any rebellions anytime soon, at least till I get massively overextended. At which point I'll deal with them. Calling the Ashikaga into this war is actually a good move. Yeah. Actually a really good move. Of course, it's a little annoying that the Ming are re-sieging all this area, but what can you say? Overall, it's not that bad. Even though they have 16,000 troops up there, they're still not a threat. We've got a total of 45,000 troops, still not a threat. Really just a matter of taking forts for me at this point. Once I take the forts, it'll be easy to hunt down armies. As long as I don't lose forts, I should be fine. Should be. I should also probably not be spending admin power now that I think about it. Yeah, that might have been a bit stupid on my part. Oh, a little bit on the rebellious side. Ah. Well, once I take this out, I'm going to have to deal with lots and lots of rebellions. So I guess I should get prepared for that. Manchurian tribes, yeah. I'm surprised the tribes are that angry with me. A lot of them, though. That's annoying. Separatists attacking me. I really wish you hadn't done that. I'm gonna help you rebel against China. Too bad you decided to fight. What does actually accepting the hordes do? Just gains a ton of autonomy, lose loyalty, and gain influence. Okay. Not great, but not terrible either. I cut back a little bit. How close? They would give me all of that. Okay. I should go for broke and take it all. I really should. I might. Or at least get reasonably close to it. Because I'm going to raise it anyway, so I'm going to get a massive amount of monarch points. I don't want the Mandate of Heaven, which is ironic because all my wars are over the Mandate of Heaven. I think we'll take this fort and then we'll stop. Whatever that gives us. That should give us like 80-something%. Oh, 77. We will do that. And we will take money. Let me take money. Like how I'm giving them back land in exchange for an absolute massive amount of money. It's actually not so massive now. Oh well. Big victory for the Manchu. Now I have to go hunt down hordes. Let's raise as much of the land as possible. Get all those sweet, sweet monarch points, even though a lot of the land I took is pretty trashy land. 3 development, 3 development, 4 development. Oh well, I'll still raise it anyhow. It'll restore my horde unity to full, so there's that. I actually haven't cut off the Ming right there either, which is a little frustrating. I think I've pretty much raised it as much as I can, right? Yeah. I know, it's a lot of monarch points wasted, isn't it? Oh well, that's the fun of playing as a horde in this game. Lots of monarch points lost. Time to start coring. We can only actually core a small amount of this. Oh, that's not good. Well, we're over 100 overextension. Joy. Suppose I could return land and get away with it there, but not worth it. Yeah. I think we're actually good for the moment. We're doing war exhaustion. Good. Good here. There we go. Renaissance in our lands. Good. It's going to take forever to spread. It's going to take absolutely forever to spread through our lands. But it's progress. I guess I'm against Korea now. I can deal with Korea. A little bit annoyed the Ashikaga are invading it though. Well, what was it the Mongolians tried eventually to conquer Japan and failed? Well, guess what? This time, I'm not going to fail. Technically, I'm not Mongolian either, am I? Yeah. Okay. That analogy didn't work. We need to give lands to tribes. Fair enough. Tribes, 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 tribes. There we go. The sheer amount of rebellions I'm going to have to fight. It's going to be a pain. A real annoyance. And I guess I was wrong earlier. We did actually get a Age of Discovery thing. That's all I'm going to do for the moment. I really should actually. Oh, I should. Korea. We're going for an island. They should have the transports needed. Oh, that's a problem. The Tokugawa are killed the Hatayamas or whatever before the Shogun did. What type of land can I actually have? Free province that they don't want, I want. I both kind of want to squash the rebels, but I think it's more important, honestly, to finish off the Korean military. And there we go. Another relatively easy victory. Korea is actually a lot stronger than the Ming are. No Mandate of Heaven penalty for them. Makes a big difference, doesn't it? No Mandate of Heaven. At this point, they really have no Mandate of Heaven. How much did they lose? They lost almost 180 development there, and I picked up a couple hundred as well. Awesome. Might as well take the idea, really. Cheaper land maintenance will come in handy in the long run. Oh yeah, I had loans I was going to pay, didn't I? Can't pay as many as I thought. Darn. Dali separatists. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to go deal with that. Oh. The Japanese army is orphaned, or whatever, in my lands. But it seems a little bit odd. It seems like them their ally, they should have been able to avoid that. Cheaper core modifiers I'll take. Oh, the rebels. Rebels everywhere. I actually can convert that one province. Animist. That I can deal with. I'm not going to win this war for you, Japan. You need to send troops. I can't win it for you, really. Korea just took my capital. Darn. And I still have to send an army south to deal with those rebels. Not good, not good at all. Anyhow, I need to end this here. I've just realized I've gone way over when I should be stopping. So, thank you guys all for watching. We'll continue next time. The Ming are dying. We're rising. There will be a Qin China here. I didn't attack the Orate like I said I was going to because of the other wars. But anyhow, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.